Well, Oklahoma City could possibly see a pro women's soccer team. This week, Energy FC announced it'll go through a brand review. And in studio to tell us a little bit more about this, we have Court Jeske. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Kylie.
All right, so let's start with talk more about this brand review and also the possibility of a new team.
Absolutely. So as we at Echo and the rest of the soccer community looked at what the possibilities were here in Oklahoma City for soccer, we thought about what we've had, and that is the Energy. And the Energy was a fantastic brand launched in 2013. But we really want to think about the next 50 years of what Oklahoma City and soccer is going to be. And so with that, we consulted our fans, we consulted a lot of people in the community, and decided that it was time here in 2024 to go through a brand review and make sure that we are coming up with a club and envisioning a club that represents all of Oklahoma City and represents it going forward.
All right, and explain to our viewers at home what exactly is a brand review. You're asking for the public's input at this point, and also the purpose behind that review as well.
Absolutely. So this will be a community-driven club from day one, right? We're going to make sure that everything we do to build soccer in Oklahoma City focuses on OKC. So we're asking people to get involved by joining OKC for Soccer. Simply going online, you'll see information there. They can go to the Energy handles as well on social media. Lots of thousands of people there that are looking at that. But what we will do then is go through a process over the next 6 months where we think about the colors, the crest, the meaning, everything that envisions OKC. Make sure that it's in the right form with feedback from the fans. And then it's something we will take not only to the people in the city, not only to the people in the state, but we're going to take it to the world. Because Oklahoma City is one of the last major cities in the U.S. without professional soccer, men or women, which I'd like to talk about as well.
Wow, and yeah, I do want to ask you about the excitement. What do you think that this will do in adding a new team? How will that boost excitement here in Oklahoma City and beyond, like you just said?
Yeah, and credit to this one completely to the fans. We had an event a couple weeks ago after 3 years on hiatus without professional soccer here in Oklahoma City. And what we heard was the loudest roar when I mentioned that myself personally was interested in the idea of having women's soccer be a component of the local sports scene. That drove a lot of side conversations with our ownership group and with local civic leaders. And everyone seems to say, yes, now is the time for Oklahoma City to get behind women's sports. We're already the capital of softball. Why not be the capital of soccer as well?
Absolutely. So when do you think that we could learn soon here if Oklahoma City could see that pro women's soccer team come to the city? I know a lot of people, a lot of fans out there, they're ready for it.
Yeah, so we're going to take our time, right? The new stadium, the multi-purpose stadium that's going to be built downtown will not be ready until March of 2027, but it's an amazing location, right? For those that don't know, it's just south of where the Thunder currently play at Paycom, walking distance to all that Bricktown has to offer, and we couldn't envision a better location for what this club can have as a home. So we're going to take about 6 months to go through this process and figure out the review of the brand, what that means going forward. And at the same time, we're going to start reviewing what the options are in the women's space. There's, of course, the National Women's Soccer League, there's the USL Super League, and there's lots of other semi-pro and amateur options there. But what's important to us is that from day one, this club will be built with women and men equally in mind.
Absolutely. So do you want to go back to the review? You said the next 6 months you all are going to take, that input from the community. It's going to be Oklahoma City first. Want to hear from people like yourselves out at the at home, of course. But when do you think that you'll be able to unveil that new look for the soccer club?
Too early to say. We're going to make sure and take the time to do it right. But I think it's going to be plus or minus 6 months.
Okay.
Right. We want to make sure that we've got it in place well ahead of that club launching in 2027 so that fans have time to get behind it. Right. They want to have the T-shirts, the hats, everything that goes with it. so that they can speak to their friends about what is going on with the soccer movement here in Oklahoma City.
All right, Court, one last time. When can people, or where can people rather, join in on the movement? Online, you were talking about they could submit their input directly to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It's simple for everyone. It's okc4soccer.com. Will be a hub along with the Energy existing handles that we have to take this input and feedback from all those in the community and make sure that we're envisioning the club that represents Oklahoma City. So get online, get active in the conversation, share with your friends, and let's think about the next pro sports team coming to Oklahoma City.
All right, Court Jeske, thank you so much for coming on this morning. We're going to put a link to that website online on our As Seen On section so our viewers can head out and also submit their commentary.